Welcome everyone, it's Shari Carroll for SimonsStamp.com, and today I'm working with Altenew's Halftone Watercolor Flowers. These are super gorgeous. I'm going to start this off with my Misty, and I have two of the stamps on the door, and I'm inking these up with Simon Says Stamp Cloudy Sky ink. I tried these with a few inks. The Tim Holtz Oxide Distress inks work really well, and also Simon Says Stamp Premium ink and also the hybrid inks. I also found that the dirtier the stamp is, the better it stamps. I'm really taking my time on inking this up. I'm making sure that I can get rid of those lines that the ink pad might create, and I only want to stamp this once. If I have to go back over, I'm going to lose that halftone effect. So once I have that well inked, I'll shut the door, and I'm using my sleeve to get some really good pressure on that stamp into the paper. And now for the big reveal, I can lift the door and there is my stamped image. I'll pick this up and show you up close how that halftone looks. So you get the shading of some of the centers of the flowers, and then you have light areas. I really like that it's a monotone look, so I can make really quick cards in batches. For my card base, I've trimmed up a piece of Simon Says Stamp Smoke cardstock, and I'm inking up the stamp with Simon Says Stamp clear ink. This is an embossing or watermark ink. So once I have that well covered, I'll shut that door and press this down again once with my sleeve. The ink reacts to the cardstock and it gives me a really beautiful watermark look. I've used the coordinating dies for my blue stamped flowers, and I'll be placing those on top of the card. I've decided to add another piece of the flowers, and I'm just stamping the bottom edge, and I'll be stamping these onto the Neenah white cardstock as well. And again, I'll use the matching die cut to cut that out. I'll be gluing this right down to that card base, and I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue, and I also have the fine liner applicator tip on my glue bottle. I'm placing this piece in the lower left corner, and I'm letting a little bit hang off until that glue dries, and then I can trim off the excess. I've added some foam tape to the back of my first flower arrangement, and I'll be putting this in the upper right. Sorry for my head getting in the way. And I want those leaves to kind of dangle down and around and look like a swag. So I have put the two pieces together. So I have the larger piece and then a smaller flower on top. And then down in the left corner, I have one that just sits flat with the cardstock. I've also die cut the Hello from the Hello and Hugs die cutting set from Altenew, and I've just cut that with some white Neenah cardstock. I've cut it 3 times. I've put one of those together already, and now I'll add some glue so I can add the third layer. By stacking these up, it gives me a little bit of dimension without having to use dimensional tape. These are really easy to stack together, so once you have your glue on the back, you can just line them up and then tap them down. You have a little bit of time to readjust if you need to, and I just squeeze the sides with my fingers until everything's lined up. And once you have that ready, you can add some of the Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue to the back side and adhere it to your card. To finish my card off, I've added a few gemstones here and there around the words and also on the flowers, just using my glue to hold those in place. I hope you've enjoyed this quick card idea. I do have all the supplies listed in the description box below, and there's more details on our blog. And as always, thanks so much for watching.